Hi, my name is Mike, and this is my vodcast for my technology class at ESU. Please excuse my hat. The webcam is not doing anything for my receding hairline. I've actually never did a webcam before, and I'm starting to think about Propecia now that I see my hairline uh, on the screen. So I'm going to keep the hat on, even though it's probably not very professional, for my ego's sake. I hope you don't mind. Um, I was originally optimistic about this assignment because, first of all, obviously it's a lot easier than writing source code. And also, I have a Mac as a webcam built in, so there's a little bit of a convenience factor for me. But, then I found out that our vlog had to be about technology. And me trying to teach anyone about technology or trying to talk about it with any type of authority is almost laughable. So while it is a very appropriate subject matter for this class, obviously, um, I was fearing or dreading it, I should say, a little bit. With that said, I decided that I'd just talk to you a little bit about this class and let you know how it applies to me in my profession as a phys ed teacher and a basketball coach. The two biggest benefits for me was one, getting over my fear of technology. I had sort of a ignorance is bliss type of situation. Um, I didn't mess with it too much out of my comfort zone, and it didn't really cause me any type of inconvenience. Uh, the other part of the class that was very beneficial to me um, was the fact that I had to troubleshoot on my computer when we had to turn in each assignments or whatever our assignments might be, work it out on my own instead of just saying, forget about it. I'll do it a different way. I had to make it work. So I think that made me more adept at working with this particular machine. Um, as far as the assignments go in this class, I enjoyed most of them more so than I thought I would. First of all, the podcast, working with Audacity, that was enjoyable to me. I thought that even though the Blackboard Core Sites section was not enjoyable, wasn't too much fun, it was beneficial for me. I think that a lot of phys ed around the Cleveland area is going towards, or at least is talked about going towards, some online classes. And I think that it's just a matter of time before I'm going to have to teach one or multiple online classes in my career. So that had a big benefit, and it was an important part of the class for me. Source code was very interesting to me. I thought for a long time that HTML or web design was for techies, or I thought of the movie The Matrix, and it just wasn't something in my wheelhouse. It wasn't something that I ever thought I would use or be capable of doing. So even though my website is probably the most basic, simple website out of anyone in the class, I was still proud of it that I was able to create it from scratch using HTML. Um, so I probably enjoyed that part of it, the source code part of our class, more so than any other part. With that said, as I think about it, my time that I spent on HTML probably would have been better served if I was making a website using some sort of web design program besides HTML, um, that I could take, make a website and use it for Hillside Phys Ed. And that's what I would probably do. I wouldn't, if I'm going to make a site for Hillside, I'm not going to do it using HTML probably. Even though I enjoyed it, my time probably would have been served doing that, which is fine. The aspect of the class that I enjoyed most was the fact that we were hands-on every single week. We weren't writing papers. We weren't, reading books. I For me, I don't mind doing that stuff too much, but I don't learn as much doing that. I think I learn more when I'm hands-on. For me, that's the best way to learn. So, that made the class more enjoyable for me and also more beneficial. Um, it's my first class at ESU. I hope that all of them that good, but I know it's inevitable that 10-page papers are coming. So, I'm happy that uh, I had this class first, and got a real good impression of the university. Um, you know, Back to my career. this is really going to help me. I really believe that in teaching and coaching. First of all, I want to build a class website for Hillside, and I also want to build a team website, or at least a Facebook page where I could dispense information to my players, uh, and also out in the community. So, I mean, this class really gave me a good start, or at least the confidence to attempt that. Also, it's funny to me how much technology has infiltrated local sports around here. Our local sports page, Plain Dealer, or local newspaper, The Plain Dealer, has a sports page section once a week where it prints players, coaches, scouts, tweets. So those are enjoyable to read, and I think it's funny that that's happening, or it's so prevalent. Social media, in high school sports. We use technology to evaluate referees. We go online and fill out evaluations after games. I always write that they all stink because refs are terrible. Hopefully, you guys agree with me. I'm sure you do. Um, we also put our box scores online for the local paper. As of last year, we called them in, but now we do all that online. We upload film for scouts, for college coaches. We take stats using online programs. Um, I like using iMovie. I use iMovie for my film sessions with my team. I used to have 32-minute film sessions, just the whole game, and we point out things, pause it. It would take an hour. Now I cut different sections of the tape, and we're in a 10-minute film session. It's much more efficient. We get more out of it. So iMovie's really helped me. That's probably the biggest benefit of me having this Mac is my film sessions have gotten a lot better. Um, I'm hoping that this class will make me more adept in doing all these things and make my program run more efficiency rather than having technology feel like a necessary evil. And I think it will. Um, so thank you, Dr. Luber. Hope to have you again in the future. Thanks everyone in the class.